Hello, Elly here from Thankful Flow Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me for another power flow. So this flow today would be suitable for someone with an existing yoga practice. Do grab any blocks or props that you might need to support you, and we're going to come into a standing position to start the class. So letting the hands drop down by the side, closing the eyes or taking a steady gaze out in front. I want you to start to relax your shoulders. Just let the shoulder blades run down your back. Take a deep inhale through the nose, and I want you to breathe it out through the mouth. 2 more of these. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And last one, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out through the mouth. Opening the eyes back up if you had them closed. And we're going to inhale and bring the arms into a cactus position. And then I want you, with the left palm facing down, to pivot this left arm so it's in an upside down cactus. Okay, it might feel a bit strange, but we're getting a nice rotation here through the shoulders. So keep breathing and switch the arms over. So right arm's rotating. And really try and move from the shoulder joint here. So notice if you're having to move the rest of your body at all, and just try and make these movements really coming from the shoulder. It might feel a little bit silly. This is a good rotation, opening and closing the shoulders. Last one. And then meeting back in your cactus. I want you to float the hands forwards, interlace the fingers. Exhale, drop the chin down towards the chest. Draw the belly in, round the spine. Inhale, lift the gaze. Release the hands, bring the hands behind the back. Open the shoulders, open across the chest. Well done, and release, shake it out. Then we're going to start to warm into the legs and the hips a little bit now. So we're going to hug this right knee in towards the chest. Breathing here. Draw your right knee out to the side. Opening into that right hip. Draw the knee back in, and then placing your left hand around the right knee. Inhale, sweep that right arm up and over. Follow with your gaze over the right fingertips. So finding a little twist here. Now you can either stay here, or you bring the left hand to the outside of the right foot. Maybe you start to lengthen through that right leg. It doesn't have to be completely straight. Just see what feels good for you. Well done, and releasing. Coming back to Tadasana Mountain Pose. Now we come on to the other side, so hug your left knee in towards the chest. Make sure that you're keeping the spine nice and long. If you're having to go like this, then you need to really bring that space back across the chest. Open the left knee out to the left side. Draw it back in. Right hand comes to the left leg. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and behind. Follow with your gaze. Sending your gaze over the left fingertips. And either working here, staying here, or bringing the hand to the outside of the foot, starting to lengthen through that left leg. So releasing that left leg now. We're going to get straight into it. So hands are going to come to heart center. And we're going to ground into this right leg and start to float the left leg out behind, finding Warrior 3, pressing through the back of the left heel. Breathing here. Hips are nice and square. Take a big step back, find a high lunge, lifting up and out from the waist. Now drawing the left heel down to the mat, open out to Warrior 2. Flip the right palm up so that it's facing the ceiling. Inhale, lift up and out from the waist. Find your reverse warrior. Breathing here. Pressing the feet down and away into the mat. Exhale, float forwards, come into your extended side angle. Floating back up to your warrior two, and then window wipe the arms around, come back to plank, and work through a vinyasa. So we're inhaling into upward facing dog or cobra, and then we're exhaling back to a downward facing dog, lifting the hips to the sky, lengthening through the spine. Inhale, step the feet in towards the hands and lift the chest. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up to the sky, grow the spine tall. Exhale, hands come through to heart center. Now we come on to the other side, so we're grounding through the left leg. Right leg sweeps back, flex the right foot, hips are square, pressing through the back of the right heel. Virabhasana 3. Breathing into that space, using blocks to support you if you need to. And then taking a big step back, finding your high lunge, left side, lifting up and out from the waist. Opening out, finding warrior two, left side, bringing that right heel down to the mat. Inhale, sweep the left fingertips up, find your reverse warrior. Breathing. Then floating into your extended side angle. This left hand could be coming down to the mat, or of course you can bring the forearm to the thigh instead, so take what works for you, what feels right in your body. Always listening to that. Inhale, come back to your, you're flexing through the left leg, powering through the left leg. We're going to bring the right foot away, bring it around, toes come down to the mat. Inhale, lift the hips and the heart to the sky, find your wild thing. Breathing here. Well done, float it back to plank. Your back right leg, bring the weight into the right hand, float that leg around, find your wild thing, lifting the hips and the heart to the ceiling. Breathing here. Using the glutes. Floating back now to your high plank. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Lifting the hips to the ceiling. From here we're going to take some bunny hops to handstand. So, just jumping the feet in. These bunny hops could be little small hops. You could be coming all the way up to handstand if that's in your practice. And once you've done your handstands, you're going to come back to a downward facing dog. We're going to meet here, just lifting those hips to the sky. Then we're going to drop the knees down so that we're in an all fours tabletop position. And I want you to hook your right leg around. So we've hooked that right leg over and then letting the feet come out to the side. Walk the hands in and you're going to either find a stretch here or you're going to bring the hips straight back and find your Gomukhasana position with the legs. So the right knee stacked above the left knee, or that's what we're working towards here. Inhale, reach the arms up, send the left hand down your back, bring your right hand to the left elbow, or you're going to float that right hand around, maybe the fingers can meet behind the back. Breathing here. and releasing. I want you to see if you can bring yourself back to your tabletop position. Unhook your right leg and we'll take it on to the other side. So hooking that left leg over, bringing the feet out to the side, sit the hips back. So this time we've got the left knee stacked above the right knee or working towards that position. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And we're going to bring the opposite arm. So we've got the right arm coming down the back this time. And seeing if you can bring that left arm around and interlink the fingers behind your back, but no worries if that's not accessible. Breathing here. Well done, releasing the arms, coming back to tabletop position, unhook that leg. And then from your all fours position, you're going to exhale and sit the hips down towards the heels, melt the heart and the forehead down to the mat, taking our child's pose. Closing the eyes or taking a steady gaze, just letting the body melt down into the mat. Allowing yourself to be held and supported by the ground that's beneath you. Just letting everything go. Opening the eyes back up if you had them closed and just walking the hands back in, coming to a comfortable seated position on your mat. And as always, if you do have longer for a shavasana here or meditation, then I strongly recommend that you take that now. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Please do subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. It's completely free. And it just allows me to continue offering more yoga on here as a free resource. Link below to the other things that I offer. Lots of exciting things coming in January. I've got a free trial of my on-demand membership where there's longer practices on there as well as shorter practices. And yeah, lots of juicy stuff on there. So do check that out. And I can't wait to see you again for another flow very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.